evening. You're welcome to Active Citizens Parliament right here on Active Citizens. My name is Sharon Edemchuku and I'm joined in the studio as usual by the ever beautiful Ifoma Ojin. Good evening. How are you
Good
doing?
evening, Sharon Wachuku.
This one Chuku that you've given me.
Yes, now a name Chuku and Wachuku.
Yes, the same thing.
Collabo.
It's a collabo. Maybe you're even prophesying. Maybe
you never can tell. But okay. Amen to that.
Anyways, we're going straight to the stories that we have for today. Two headlines that are impossible to ignore. First, in one corner, Kaduna State Governor flatly rejects Nasser El-Rufai's explosive claim that the government is funding bandits, insisting instead on a grassroots community-driven security model with 0 naira paid to bandits. Meanwhile, in the political arena, the Labour Party's factional spokesman, Abayomi Arabambi, declares bluntly that Mr. Peter Obi will not be guaranteed the 2027 presidential ticket. It got punched and LP seemingly denying him the presidential ticket for 2027. First of all, Ifoma, this message, we've seen this news and a lot of people have digested it. What do you think is going to be the perception or the reaction or the approach people are going to have towards this message? Now, for the opposition party, do you think this is something they are going to rejoice over, seeing that Mr. Peter Obi was one of the strongest opposition in 2023 presidential election? Do you think this is passing a message of strengthening internal democracy as per the Labour Party internal democracy, or is this already fracturing that entire structure in the LP?
Okay, let's just say part of what you said is probably what people might be, speculating or thinking at this particular time, because we already know that Peter Obi has he has one leg in Labour Party, one leg in ADC, one leg in PDP. So it's kind of causing confusion in Labour Party. So they are more like they don't know where he stands, and according to them at this point that they wouldn't be hoping on the same person for the whole party, you understand? So that I think it's time for them to break through from anything that has to do with Peter Obi. And I believe that was one of the reasons why they denied him of the ticket.
This has not been officially verified. He has just come out to say that they are not going to give him.
Yes,
and they are saying they're having an open primary.
Exactly. And according to them, they said they already have 3 candidates, but the candidates are still on wraps due to security reasons. But at the same time, I don't really know if this will actually bring unity, because when we talk about P2B, we talk about Labour Party. You understand? We remember how he carried. I mean, he's the core. He's the membrane. I mean, behind Labour Party.
Now, so Arabambi will not agree with you, because he came out to say that the reason that LP did not gain momentum because of P2B, but because people were already agitated, especially with the NSAS protests that happened, and people were just tired of bad governance and they just wanted something different. So he's saying now that they can still stand without P2B, that LP can stand without P2B, and when they come out for the presidential election and with their candidate, they can still stand.
You know what I want to ask right now? Who is Arabambi?
He's a spokesperson now.
Who do you know him before?
No.
That's what I'm saying. But do you know P2B?
Yes.
Thank you. So you could see clearly that the people, or what people know, is actually P2B. So even if, like I used to say before, that if P2B joins Okoko, party, that you still see his supporters standing firmly behind
So you don't
him
agree
or
with
beside him. I don't agree with him. I don't agree that it's because of Labour parties, because people, yes, we know that people are tired of, bad governance, the PDP and the APC and the rest of them, but at the same time, I think they found someone, a personality that could actually give them something different,
that embodies what they're looking for.
Yes, exactly. So that is why people were trooping in.
So now, if you take P2B out of that Labour Party, do you think that they can still stand like he claims?
I don't actually see them standing, and that will actually be a terrible mistake if they should, rip him off that presidential ticket, even though I don't know where that man is standing, P2B is standing right now. But at the same time, I believe that he knows what he's doing. It might be at the end of the day, he's not interested in presidency. It might be at the end of the day that he's not interested in parties or stuff like that, or he might be interested. But at the same time, we don't know his plans, and we can't, decide for him at this point in time. I love the fact that the party is trying to move on from the ties of P2B, but at the same time, I think this is somebody that they can't, afford to lose in that party.
Okay, so when you say they are trying to move on from the ties, is it as though Mr. P2B is holding them back?
Something like that. I think P2B maybe contributed to one of the internal crises they're having, because a lot of persons in the party are kind of supporting P2B and head bent on, him and him alone. Why some people are saying we cannot continue like that. So I think that has actually caused a rift between them, and I think this is more like an avenue for them to, unite the party once again by removing P2B. But like I said before, I think that is actually a terrible strategy if that's what they are trying to do right now, because if you remove P2B from Labour Party, I don't think there should be anything left of Labour Party, because you remember then that they conducted election. People were trooping into Labour Party because P2B was in Labour Party. So they might not really have supporters if this man
and then what this Araban is saying about LP standing even without Mr. P2B is something that I'm just going to, I have my questions about, because when you look at the flyers, like the banners, when not P2B, I'm talking about maybe gubernatorial candidates or governorship elections or by-elections, when you look at their banners, you will see P2B's face and the face of the candidate that is contested. It is always P2B's face and the face of the contestant. So it's as though LP is using Mr. P2B to sell their candidates and give credence to their candidates. So for you to now come out and say that for a man that's putting money into LP, even during the time of his campaign, according to the ex-treasurer, the woman who came out to say that, oh, Mr. P2B actually brought in money from his own pocket to run his campaign. And then also, I also wanted to compare this to PDP's situation with Wike. Wike has outrightly and publicly declared, oh, this convention or this meeting or this whatever is not going to hold if you do not agree to my terms. And he has further dared them to say, oh, let me see how this will happen if you people do not have this meeting or private meeting or discussion with me. That's Wike now. Now, PDP still has Wike as a card carrier, as a card member. And now LP has come out to say openly that this person now, Arabambi, has come out to say openly that they will not be giving the presidential ticket to Mr. P2B. And the grounds is what I don't understand. On what grounds? Has he looted funds? Has he misappropriated party funds? Has he given you reasons to... I need us to understand that.
Okay. I think what is happening right now is that the party, they're kind of... they don't know where P2B's loyalty, lies. That is, I think that is the major problem they are facing right now. And the fact that they've been complaining or they've been having this crisis and P2B have not, arrested this crisis within them, I think they are kind of seeing it or making it, they are seeing it like he doesn't actually care about the party, that he supports maybe other party, or he's planning on, you know, entering a different party.
Yes,
but
thank you. Just remind me to ask something.
Time,
you said something about supporting other parties, and that was during the ADC by-election, where he come out to openly tell his supporters to support ADC members because the INEC had scrapped what's it called now, LP's candidates. They were not giving, they didn't make the court, and now he now says since LP is not there, they should support ADC.
But he equally mentioned something that at this point, that it's not about the party itself, that whatever, you know, will bring forth change, that is what is up for. If it means you know, campaigning for a different party that he has seen their, maybe seen their manifesto or the rest of it, or you get that maybe they have something, you know, good for Nigerians. But at the same time, I'm wondering why he is yet to, you know, respond to this particular party that he said to have been involved with from you know, governor, right? Governor, before
his presidential ambition.
Yes. So I'm kind of, it's looking like maybe he's trying to play a game.
So you think he should come out and publicly address?
Yeah, I think at this point maybe he should do that. But at the same time, like I said, I feel like this man is actually, you know, he's extremely smart. So he might actually be planning something. You know what the secretary said, that they already have 3 candidates, you get, but they don't want to unwrap those candidates because of security reasons. So he might not want to, you know, declare or, you know, publicly announce that he is, you know, vying for the post of presidency under Labour Party for 2027 because of you know, security reasons. Maybe when we get towards, or we get to 2027, he might actually declare his intentions. But for now, I feel like he's playing smart with it.
Because you know, this theory you have is a similar theory that some people have as well, saying that this is all a calculated move to kind of confuse the other opposition parties when we talk about the ruling party and all of that. Some are saying, because Arabambi also said that he has one leg in PDP, has one leg in LP, has one leg in ADC. So you know that talk within PDP about him returning to the party to contest for presidency under PDP, it's still ongoing. Wiki has come to refute that, said nobody has said anything about that. With P2B returning, it will kill, it will destroy the party instead. Now, with all of those talks and speculations and the elections fast coming, because it may seem as though, yes, it looks like it's 2 years from now, but it's still fast approaching. Do you see Mr. P2B? We can't really decide. We don't know what's in his mind, but do you see him moving camp or switching camps at a time like this? And if he doesn't switch and he remains in LP, and truly they don't give him the ticket for 2027, how would the presidential election in 2027 look like? Okay,
I don't know if I'm to predict. I feel like he's still a path of you know, the Labour Party. That's what I'm feeling, because I mean, he has not publicly announced that, oh, that he's defecting to a different party. He's still a member of Labour Party and he still has that ticket, you understand? So however, if the ticket is being, you know, stripped off him for 2027, then I think Labour Party is placing themselves on a doom and catastrophic, you know, mission, because I see people not really coming out en masse to vote for probably whoever is coming out for any official position in that party, because just like what you said before, the campaign was flyers, banners. You have P2B and you have that person campaign. So it's more like they are using P2B to sell the candidates, even though P2B might not actually, you know, what do they call it? maybe declare that, okay, this is the person he feel like people should, support. So I think it will actually be a big blow on them, and I don't really see them having, supporters for 2027. But we'll see how it pans out.
We'll still see how it pans out, to be honest. It's going to be a long roller coaster before 2027 and come 2027. It seems as though this is the decision making point for Nigerians. This is where things will either change for good or not. So at the end of the day, we can only sit back, relax, and watch it unfold. Now, moving on to the next story. It is about the Kaduna state governor, who has come out to refute claims by former governor Rufai that the government is paying bandits and negotiating with bandits. And he has come out to refute that, saying that no, 0 naira has been paid to bandits. He didn't say, he said 0 naira has been paid to bandits. Now, I want to ask you, when a former governor, a person of Rufai, comes out to accuse his successor of funding banditry, how do you think this affects public trust? Who do you think people are going to trust the more now, Rufai or current governor?
What these people are doing right now is confusing the entire, state. Maybe not the government, because I guess they know what they are doing, you get, but the people that, they are ruling, they are placing serious confusion on them, because they don't even know who to stand for. They don't know who is saying the truth or who is not saying the truth. The other person is saying that they are paying bandits. They place bandits on monthly allowances. And then the other person is saying that there was nothing of that sort. So we don't really know who is saying the truth. But at the same time, I think Rufai's approach is more like geared towards ending violence and ending criminality once and for all, because I think he termed it as, he said something like a repentant sinner is a dead one. So to him, he wants to use violence and stop the menace. But for the governor, it's more like he's using a subtle approach to ending the menace.
For you, like, which one do you think is more effective?
I don't think criminals should be, kind of tapped on the shoulder or given a handshake. I don't think it, because people mourn daily because of their loved ones. So why will you be, kissing the devil or kissing the enemy when you are supposed to fight the enemy? So I think it is actually, they are supposed to, end this once and for all. There's nothing like negotiation, because if you negotiate with them, they will still come back again.
So what if the reason the government is negotiating with these people is because they've looked at themselves and they don't have what it takes to actually protect these people and stop insecurity? Because the reason why you negotiate is because you are both on equal grounds. Nobody has an upper hand. The minute someone has an upper hand, there won't be room for negotiation anymore, because you are like, I can bomb you guys in 1 hour and nothing will happen. So is it now pointing to the fact that maybe the Nigerian army does not have the capacity to stop insecurity, and so they are negotiating?
They don't have the capacity to stop insecurity, but the president said that we can fight any war, that the Nigerian army can fight any war. Is that not what he said? And why can't they fight that criminality, that banditry, the insurgency in that Kaduna state? Why can't they, deploy troops to that place to fight and get rid of them once and for all? Why? That is number one question. And then number two, I'm like, this, like I said before, it's not people that you should be,
tapping on them.
Yeah, they don't need that, because even if you say, okay, let me negotiate with this set of persons, there are still people that will brew up. Because most definitely these people they are not just into terrorizing people, they kidnap.
And they collect ransom.
When they kidnap, apart from kidnapping and collecting ransom, they groom these children. They kidnap
yes,
children.
you know, this was what we said in the morning, and that they've recruited these people into their banditry.
Yes, they
and therefore
them.
they've not, when they even release those people, you are thinking, oh, your family member has come back to you, not knowing that it's an informant that is living in your house. They are now giving them information when military comes, because Mr. Daniel was also saying the same thing. When the military comes and, you know, they forget that they just don't forget they are paid to, and they've taken an oath to these bandits, you understand. But just to ask another question on that, I wanted to ask, does refusing to pay bandits undercut peace negotiation, or does it strengthen state authority and deterrence? When you outrightly refuse to pay bandits, what message are you passing to this current set of bandits? Do you think it's going to infuriate them further, or is going to give them the, oh, these people are not smiling?
You know, this kind of thing is not something you come out, you know, in the open to say you will never pay, you know, bandits. I feel like it's something that has to be planned strategically. You understand? If you want to get rid of them, play by their rules. You might actually maybe plan it that you're trying to, you know, negotiate with them, and then you send, you know, what is it called, spies. You send allies. You understand what you get intel on them, and you ambush them. That's how they do this kind of. But if you come out in the open, at the end of the day, it might not really be you as the governor or you as the government of Kaduna State that this calamity will befall on, because if you outrightly tell them that you're not paying a dime, the people that you're kind of harming are the citizens of the indigents and the people that live in that particular state. It is the citizens that you're placing, or you're putting their lives at risk, because they will actually them you know, what do they call it? You know, what do they call it? Revenging will be on the citizens and not on the governor, because the governor is, you know, well protected.
Now, you know, you said we are saying something, and he's saying, oh, they are not paying these people 1 naira, they are paying them 0 naira. So there is also the speculation that this is just to calm the public and not fuel panic. So some people are saying that there's a possibility he's saying this in the public, but he's doing so in the dark.
Exactly.
Like, they are paying these people, but he's not coming out to publicly tell everybody, oh, we are paying bandits, we are negotiating with bandits, just so that they don't lose public's trust with the state government. But apart from that, do you think that if that is what is happening, that is the right approach?
You know, when I was talking initially, when you asked the question, I said this is something you need to plan strategically
and diplomatically.
So yes, he might actually say we are, you know, trying to combat, or we are not paying a dime to these people, and then he might be paying behind closed doors. You get, but like I said, it's not something that, you know, you pay them for. You don't need to pay a dime to, you know, get rid of.
What if they don't have the capacity to get rid of them?
Corruption. We have the capacity. We have the capacity. We are the ones, Nigerians, or not just Nigerians, they created these problems for themselves. So we have the capacity to, even though, yes, I know it might be a peaceful approach, you know, trying to negotiate with them, but at the same time, you can't continue doing this, because more people will still be, you know, rising up for this same business. So you need to stop it, and stop it completely. You get? So coming back to what you said earlier, I think if I am to say anything, they would have said something like maybe they are trying to negotiate, and maybe behind closed doors they are trying to find a way to, you know, plan things properly, execute things properly. It would have been, for me, a nicer approach than we are not paying a dime, and behind closed doors you're paying a dime, because like it, take it or leave it, the truth will still come out in the public space, and people will see it, will still erode the citizens.
Because I wanted to ask,
so it's better you do it the right way.
You know what you just said now. I wanted to ask a question about transparency, and what level of transparency can we expect from these security operatives, and especially from the state government as well. But you've already answered that at the end of the day, the truth will come out, no matter how long it stays hidden. But I think personally, at the end of the day, the most important thing here, no matter the strategies that they employ or they use, is the fact that they are able to curb insecurity. They are able to save and protect the lives of Nigerians, no matter the strategies that they want to use, no matter how they want to go about it. Because if you listen to what the governor said, he mentioned the fact that they are trying to imbibe community-driven security model. That is to be a more sustainable alternative to military-only approaches. So what this means is that they are involving the community, and they are not leaving security of the state or the people to just the state security or the operatives. So what Mr. Daniel also, I'm just going to reference to what he said in the morning. He said the security issue is not just for security operatives. It's for every person, every indigene, everybody that is affected. You know, there was a period in Lagos where we had the issue of the 1 million boys that were terrorizing neighborhoods, going to rob and also do all sorts of atrocities in families. And one of the ways they were able to curtail or cut the wings of these 1 million boys, as they call themselves, was that the youth of every neighborhood came out to defend and to protect their people. So at the end of the day, I think that's what we should implore. That's what we should do as well when it concerns security. Yeah. But any last thoughts?
No last. I feel like I mean, this insecurity issue has been a long-lasting issue, not just in Kaduna State, but in so many states. We have Borno. Was it yesterday that we were talking about the insurgency, you know, happening in Borno State? I think it has gone too far to, you know, stay this long, and something have to be done about it as fast as possible. I mean, like I do say every single time, if it means employing, you know, help or outside aid, I think if they are not capable, if the Nigerian, you know, soldiers or army are not capable of doing this, the government can actually employ other hands to, you know, nip this to the bud. That's all I have to say, because I mean, at the end of the day, people's lives matter.
And you think if they get the help from international forces, it would not further expose Nigeria's very weak security terrain?
Even if it exposes that, does it solve the insecurity problem in Nigeria? Yes or no?
It does.
So let us fight for our own, and we'll talk about the other ones later.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ifoma Oji. Lovely conversation as always. It's always a pleasure doing this with you. To our VIP viewers, thank you again for joining us. Remember, the comment section is yours. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, what are you doing? Do so right away. Follow us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens. You can find me on my personal page at Sharon NM Chuku. And you, Ifoma?
You can find me on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at MiSelex.
All right. Till we see you tomorrow for Morning Pulse. Have a good evening.